Welcome to Theater Showcase. My name is Evan.
And my name is Daniel.
And we'll be your MCs for the night.
Thank you all so much for coming out. We appreciate all of you guys.
Yeah, and that amazing first opening act was all choreographed by our very own Rima Issy. Give her a hand.
She has been a massive help and just done so much more for theater than we could have ever imagined. We quite literally couldn't have done any of that without her.
Or without anyone here tonight.
Absolutely.
Anyway, without any further ado, we're going to move on to our first act. It is going to be sung by Isabella
Yep, you got it. Isabella Alvarez.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure I didn't butcher that.
Nice.
Isabella Alvarez. She will be singing All I Want by Olivia Rodrigo.
Let's give her a hand, everybody.
Amazing performance, Bella. And just like how I butchered the last name, you did not butcher anything.
Hopefully it'll stay like that, but I'm here emceeing, so who knows.
Yeah, you could cover my mistakes.
Or you can cover mine. Or we could just both fail together.
Yeah, we'll help each other up.
We'll fail in style.
Okay, time for our next act, which will be performed by Hannah Wilson. It'll be a monologue of Disney's Brave, written by Brenda Chapman.
Some say our destiny is tied to the land, as much part of us as we are of it. Others say our fate is woven together like a cloth, so that one's destiny intertwines with many others. It's the one thing we search for, or fight to change. Some you'll never find it. There are some who are led.
Brothers, the princes, Hamish and Gladys. We devils more like, they get away with murder. I could never get away with anything. I'm the princess. I've got duties, responsibilities, expectations. My whole life is planned out. Prepared for the day I become, well, my mother. She's in charge of every single day of my life.
Amazing performance, Hannah. You were a natural. Maybe a little bit too natural. Get a 23andMe check. Maybe you're staunch. Okay, now we're going to move on to our next act. It'll be sung by Daniel Wahlberg. He will be singing I'm Yours by Jason Mraz.
Yes, Daniel.
I tried to reach you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back before the cool don't run out. I've been giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Hey, hey. Woo! Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and then you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find a love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people sing with me. I love this fun melody. It's your God-forsaken right to be loved. Love, 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 love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Don't you want to come on? Scooch on over closer, dear, and I will nibble your ear. So that It's been way too long, checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass. So I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess what I've been saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the season. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and then you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find the sky is yours. there's no need to complicate, because our time is short. Oh, this is our fate. I'm yours. Let's get some energy in the building, come on! I'm gonna sing this real quick and you're gonna sing back to me. Y'all ready? Let's do it! Whoa, oh. Whoa, oh. Whoa, yeah! Baby, 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 I'm yours.
Wait, Daniel, come back! Was that song a lie? I thought you were mine! I'm all alone up here. Who's gonna cover my mistakes now? Well, anyway, we're going to move on to our next act up here. It'll be done by Priya Oatman, Addie Sellers and Priya Oatman, and it will be a scene from Anne of Green Gables, written by Lucy Maud Montgomery.
Hello. I'm Anne Shirley. I've come to live with the Cuthberts.
Oh, I know. In fact, I'm pretty sure everyone in Avonlea has heard of you. Thanks to Mrs. Lind. I'm Diane Ferry.
Diana, could you like me just a little bit? Enough to be my best friend?
I guess so. There aren't any girls in Green Gables, and my sisters are far too young to play with.
Diana, will you swear to be my best friend forever and ever?
It's dreadfully wicked to swear.
Oh, not that kind of swearing. There are two kinds, you know?
There are?
Of course. The second kind just makes to mean a promise.
I guess that's all right. How does it work?
Well, we must stand just so.
All right.
Oh, this really ought to be over running water, but we'll just have to imagine it. Okay, I'll say the oath first. I solemnly swear to be faithful to my best friend, Diana Barry, as long as the sun and moon shall endure. Now you say it and put my name in.
All right. I solemnly swear to be faithful to my
Best friend,
Aunt Shirley, for as long as the sun and moon shall endure. You're different, Anne, but I think we'll get along just fine.
Believe it or not, to actually help out with the method acting, we sent Addie away to a farm for 9 months.
But it's not like she needed it. That was incredible. You know, I love performances like that where you feel like you're in the writing, like whether it's a book, a movie, a Broadway musical. If somebody can capture that correctly and make you feel like you're in it, that is something very special.
Very true. Amazing performance from both of you. Anyway, moving on, Jessie Hoff will now be singing Summer from Disney's Frozen.
Alongside Jessie, we have backup dancers Olivia Issy, Kiana Geisen, Michaela Philippi, and Alyssa Zoller. Let's hear from them, guys.
You know, sometimes I like to close my eyes and imagine what it will be like when summer does come. Bees will buzz, kids will blow dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. A drink in my hand, my snow up against the firm sand, for I'll again birds sing sand in the summer. And find out what happens to solid water when it gets warm. And I can't wait to see what my buddies all think of me. Just imagine how much cooler I'll be in when I finally do what frozen things do in summer. It's summer.
What a heart-melting performance. Amazing job, Jesse.
Absolutely well done. The power on that voice from Jesse just, like, completely unreal. See, it literally has me at a loss for words.
Very true, very true. Okay, moving on to our next act. It will be a scene being played by Olivia Aiello and Chloe Hendricks. It will be a scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, written by the Monty Python Comedy Group.
You seem like a worthy opponent. I am King Arthur. I'm looking for brave knights to join me in my conquest. Would you be interested in joining my conquest? You make me sad.
None shall pass.
What?
None shall pass.
I have no quarrel with you, but I must go this way.
Oh, that you will die.
I command you as king to step aside.
I move for no man.
So be it.
Hold on, you know, the ordinance, 6 feet in all.
Very well, you scoundrel.
Oh, well, your mother, she drinks unpasteurized sheep milk.
No. Your eyes, they resemble those of a lowly monk too.
Well, who bought your boots? The royal jester?
That brought a tear to my eye. You smell of manure and sewage and unfaithfulness to thy wife. Oh, I did it. Now step aside.
'Tis but a scratch.
But your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
What's that then?
Oh, I've had worse, you pansy.
You smell of cow manure and pond scum.
Well, you manure-sniffing mud-faced swine.
What was that? Your cord screeched like an untuned pipe organ. Look at that! I won! Victory is mine!
Not unlike mine own victory over thy mother.
Oh, don't you dare insult my mother. But your arms are on the floor.
No, they're not.
Look!
Oh, 'tis but a flesh wound. You're a chicken, aren't you? Chicken!
You beak-faced drinker of stale ale.
Right. I'll get you for that one. The Black Knight always triumphs. I'm invincible.
You're alluding.
Well, come on then.
The Black Knight, eh? What do thine vanquish? Thine own shadow? The dark circles under thine eyes? How about the stains on those dirty breeches? All right then. We'll call it a draw.
Oh, come back here, you coward. I've still got teeth left.
Go ahead and give them an extra hand for that one. Yeah, Chloe needs two.
That was hilarious. Like,
I know, I'm just that funny.
okay.
Okay, moving on to our next act. It'll be sung by Nicholas Newberg. It will be Mothers Always Ruin the Fun, written by Joanne Bogart.
Alongside Nicholas, we have performances by Michael Wahlberg, Timothy Zoller, Kayana Geisen, Jesse Hoff, and Rima Issy. Let's give them for everybody.
They're all safe.
All right. So, sweet. What's the special meeting about?
I don't know, but Captain told me to gather everyone here to die.
Yeah, we're not in trouble, are we?
I hope not.
Isn't about the time I forgot to throw the bilge overboard, is it?
Might be that.
Or the time that I accidentally fed rat poison to the captain's favorite
I
parrots.
remember that. That was awful.
Bad situation.
Well done, Smee. You got them all here.
Oh, it come.
Cookie, that's no place for a stool. Right there. There we are. So, you are probably wondering why I brought you all here today.
Are we in trouble?
No, of course not. It's just something I've noticed. Very disturbing. Very awful. Why, it may end all of our careers, me hearties.
And what might be that come?
It's about the Lost Boys, Smee.
What about them?
Oh, haven't you seen them, Noodles?
No.
They don't have any holes in their socks. Their hair is combed. They're saying, yes, ma'am, no, thank you.
But Captain, what could that possibly mean?
Only one thing, Starkey. They found
A horse!
no, Cookie. They've not found a horse, you blithering idiot. They found a mother.
What's a mother?
Oh, you don't want to know. But since you asked, they make you wash behind your ears, be hearty buccaneers, and put away your sword and your gun. They take away your parrots and make you eat your carrots. Mothers always ruin the fun when you're about to win a fight. They make you act polite and give back everything that you won. It's wrong to be defeated, especially when you've cheated. Mothers always ruin the fun. They take your booty, they're moody, they never go off duty. Can't they get a life of their own? They say be quiet, don't try it. They think you'll start a riot. Why can't they just leave us all alone? They make you tidy up your room, as tidy as a tomb. And when at last it's over and done, they make you go to sleepy. It's really kinda creepy. Mothers always ruin the fun. Oh, mothers, they mean well, and they do have their charms. N is for the many times she scolded me. O is for, oh no, here she comes. T is for the tinker toys and teeter totters too. Tattletales and the tippy-toes and... Oh, I've lost my train of thought.
You're spelling mother.
Oh, what comes next?
H-E-R.
H-E-R, it's her fault, and I'm so rough-hearted. Though she had a pirate for a son, put them all together, they spell I'm talking mothers, the ones that ruin all the fun.
Take it out.
They always get so cranky when someone blocks the blanket. Why can't we have us on the sun? They only reprimand us, they just don't understand us. Mothers always ruin,
No matter what they're doing.
mothers always ruin the fun. Even pirates need a little fun now and then.
Great job, Nick. You really know how to keep the audience captivated and not capsized.
Yeah, you can really tell that the talent level of everybody was completely overboard.
Very, very true. Very true. Okay, well, with that, we're going to move on to a quick 5 to 10 minute intermission. Keep your masks on and don't go far because we will be right back.
Hope you guys are all enjoying the show, and thank you again for coming out. 20, 30, 50% talent level today. I'm so proud of everybody.
Yeah, okay. Well, to start off the second half, we have something a little bit different. Swapping gears a little bit, it's not going to be an acting performance. It is going to be a different kind of performance. We're going to have Chloe Hendricks come up here and show us some reptiles.
Hey guys, you enjoying the show? Alright, I'm gonna get started here, and just so you know a little bit about me, I'm Chloe, like they said. I've been working with exotic animals pretty much my entire life, and so getting the show started here. This is a northwestern garter snake. You've probably seen one of these before, maybe in your backyard, maybe on a hike. This is my girl Noodle. She is about 4 years old, and I've had her for about that long. As you can see, these guys have a beautiful lateral stripe down their back. They like to camouflage themselves into brush and sort of drier areas like that, but these guys love to be close to water because they will feast on tadpoles and fish and stuff like that in the wild. She's not very long, but they get around 4 feet in the wild if they live that long. They make wonderful little pets. As you can see, she's very docile. She doesn't really care about me moving her around all that much, but as I said, these guys really prefer drier areas as they can use that lateral stripe down their back to sort of camouflage and blend in and avoid some predators. But you've probably seen a garter snake before, right? So it's not super exciting, just a little local snake. We're gonna move on to something a little bit more exotic now. This is a ball python. Again, not super crazy. They have these in stores like PetSmart and Petco, you've probably seen before. These guys range from Central Africa, and they get around just under 5 feet in the wild. This is Appa. She's my 1-year-old fire morph ball python, just meaning that she's a little bit more yellow than some of the other ones that you've seen, but she's not super big yet. She just turned 1, so wish her a happy birthday. She eats primarily soft fur rats in the wild. These guys like to live in termite mounds because of the high humidity, and the termites there attract the African soft fur rats that they feed on. But in captivity, these guys are doing just fine on mice and rats. They like high humidity environments, so they'll be in a range of some forests and tropical areas like that. These guys, they don't get too big. They're a little bit intimidating to some people, but this girl's an absolute sweetheart. As you can see, she's super happy with me, just maneuvering her around, super fun. She'll give me a little kiss on the nose. She's a wonderful little animal. So that, again, is the ball python. Not super crazy, but this next thing I'm gonna pull out is a little bit more exotic, as you can think it. I'm gonna pull it out and you're gonna think, oh, okay, another snake, right? So this is not a snake. This is actually a European legless lizard. Now you think, oh, it's just a snake. That's what a legless lizard is, right? No, these guys are actually lizards. And as you can see, not super happy with being handled, but they're just fine. She is a legless lizard, so you can tell that they're lizards because they have external eyelids there. You can see that she can blink, and she's doing this rolling mechanism. It's a defense mechanism. She's not super happy being handled, but as you can see, she does have eyelids, which means she can blink. Snakes cannot do that. They also have external ears, which snakes also do not have. They also have a slightly different muscle structure. As you can see, her head is very broad. They use those muscles in their jaw to feast on snails and slugs in the wild. But in captivity, these guys are garbage disposals. They'll eat eggs, canned dog food, anything your other reptiles might not want to eat, live insects, all sorts of things like that. So it's a little bit weird seeing an animal like this, thinking, oh, it's a snake, it is a lizard. Speaking of which, it can drop its tail, like a lot of lizard species can, but these guys don't do that all that too often, but they can drop that tail as a defense mechanism against predators. And that's where they got their secondary name, the glass lizard. Someone saw it drop its tail and went, oh boy, that lizard just broke into a billion pieces. But no, it's just the defense mechanism. But that, again, is the European legless lizard. This one is an adult, so it's going to stay that size for the rest of its life. It's about 3.5 feet long. But that is the European legless lizard. Moving on, something a little bit more lizard-like. Again, this is something you've probably seen before. This is a leopard gecko. They have these, again, in chain pet stores like Petco and PetSmart. This is my boy Cheech. He is about 2 years old, and as you can see, he's pretty small, not a super intimidating animal. But these guys are crepuscular, so they're active at dawn and dusk. You can see he has that really, really, really fat tail there. They use those to store nutrients, a lot like a camel's hump, so they can go a long, long time without eating or drinking. These guys aren't a super big fan of drinking standing water. They'll do it, but most likely they get their water from the prey that they eat, which is strictly insects. These guys don't eat any fruits or veggies, something we wish we could all do. But these guys only eat bugs in the wild. They'll eat beetles and larvae and moths even. Anything they can fit in those big jaws, they'll do. But again, these guys can go a really long time without eating or drinking. They prefer arid environments. They live in the Middle East, think Pakistan, Afghanistan. So these guys prefer arid environments, but unlike what you'd think, they don't actually live in deserts. They do not like to live on sand. They prefer rocky terrain. They also like to bask in the sun so they can get nice and warm. Again, they're active at dawn and dusk so they can soak up those rays without being endangered by predators. But again, this is Cheech. He is a leopard gecko, and they are some pretty cool little animals. Moving on, another lizard here for you guys. This is a slightly more tropical species of lizard. This is a crested gecko. These guys are endemic to South Province of New Caledonia, meaning that they are not found anywhere else in the world. As you can see, little lizard here, they get about 6 to 10 inches depending on if they drop their tails or not. They do not grow back their tails once they lose them. In captivity, we call this frog butt. As you can see, he's got a little frog butt there. This does not hurt the lizard. It is a defense mechanism, but 95% of all crested geckos, when they reach adulthood, drop those tails. It really doesn't harm them that much, but they do not grow them back. These guys in the wild will eat berries and fruit, but they also eat bugs and other plants, so they like to eat all sorts of those things. These guys live up high in canopies, so they are excellent jumpers. They're not super accurate. They're a little not bright, but they do make it to their destination most of the time. As you can see, he does have those little webbed feet there, and they do have gecko pads on their feet, so they can stick to walls. They can climb up pretty much any surface, but they also do still have claws to help grip onto anything they can't. But again, this is the crested gecko from New Caledonia. This girl is about 9 years old. She's an old lady, but they live to be around 15, so she's got some good life left in her. Now, this is my final friend for the afternoon, and this big tub is going to scare a lot of people, I know. You think, oh boy, something's pretty dangerous in here. So, this is the Dumeral's boa. These guys can get 8 to 9 feet long in the wild. They are from Madagascar, so a little bit tropical there up in Madagascar. This particular girl is around 7 feet long, but don't let her size intimidate you. She is very sweet. She doesn't mind all that much being handled, moved around like this. As you can see, I can pick her up just fine. She's totally happy just sitting in my arms like this, looking around, exploring. You can see she's got that really beautiful pattern there going down her side. These guys live on the forest floor. They're not super big fans of humid environments, so they live among the leaf litter, and so they can eat all sorts of things like other snakes. They eat lizards, they eat small mammals, birds, anything they can fit in those big mouths. She's using that beautiful tongue of hers to smell all of you. I hope you guys put on deodorant. They use those tongues to smell their environment and taste it and sort of get an idea about what's going on. But again, this girl's about 7 feet long. They like to really explore those forest floors and get acquainted with their environment. They're pretty territorial, and you can see she's really not as scary as a lot of people might think. She's perfectly happy sitting in my arms like this. She's not biting me, she's not chasing me or constricting me to death. She's just happy sitting here in my arms, and what a beautiful snake too. She is absolutely gorgeous, and she's really not harmful. A snake this size could not kill a person, even if it really wanted to, which she doesn't care. She's just happy being here, sitting here. She thinks, oh, you're warm. That's nice, right? We all love being in warm. She might give me a little trouble getting back in her bin here, but that's just because she likes to explore, go all crazy. She's just a really explorative little girl. But she's really not dangerous whatsoever. People see big snakes, they think, oh my gosh, a man-eating snake is gonna eat me. You see those in the movies all the time. But no, she's a sweet girl. She's not gonna really hurt anybody whatsoever. She's just big, and that's a little harder to manage than a little snake. But again, this is the Dumeral's boa, and they're really good pets. They're rising in the pet trade currently because they are so beautiful. But again, these animals, they're not here to harm us, they're just here to exist. And I encourage you, if you see any reptiles in the wild, just let them be, just appreciate them. They're really not here to hurt you, but those are all the animals I have for this week. And nobody died. Hooray! questions for me after the show, you can come say hi to me. I'll be right over there by that speaker. You can come ask me some questions, and I'll let you know if I have an answer. Most likely I will. But thank you guys so much. I hope I didn't scare you too much. But
Chloe.
That was really fascinating.
Yeah, I still don't know how snakes move though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they got like little wheels under like their scales and they just kind of skate across.
I think it's just like black magic. Nobody knows.
Like you're saying that they like just levitate off the ground or something like that?
Maybe something like that.
You're talking about flying snakes. It sounds like a very, very bad movie.
I don't want to think about flying snakes.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to our next performance. It'll be an original scene titled Fruit Loops, which will be written and performed by James Cavallero, Michael Wahlberg, and Jackson Schrader. They will be joined by Wilson Grant.
Alright. Let's get tonight started, boys.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, let's see what we got. Two kings. Good start.
You gonna hold?
Yeah, I reckon I will this time.
This is good idea. Jenga.
Again already?
This is your first hand.
Burr. Hey guys, what's going on?
Jim, you remember not to get the pasture eggs this time?
Well, actually, I forgot about the eggs. But it doesn't matter anyways, they didn't have any. All they had were Fruit Loops, and I opened them. I couldn't help myself. They're so freaking delicious.
In the cereal section, right?
Nope, it's the whole store. It's just Fruit Loops.
Produce, meats, all Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops, and more Fruit Loops.
Where did you go?
I went to Walmart. Well, actually, they changed the name to Fruit Mart now. I guess that's a thing.
But, oh, come on, Jim. We don't even have any milk.
Well, actually, that's not a problem because Fruit Mart now carries Fruit Loops milk.
Fruit Loops milk. They got Fruit Loops milk.
Yep.
Man.
It looks so good. You guys should at least smell it. What's it smell like?
Heartburn. Oh my gosh, I can feel it.
Oh, that's diabetes in the bottle.
There's a storm coming in, and all we have is Fruit Loops now.
Well, no. Thankfully, Fruit Mart is an all-purpose store. We have everything from Fruit Loops ice cream, Fruit Loops deodorant, which is normal deodorant, and Fruit Loops yogurt, and a bunch of stuff, basically.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's all just dairy, right?
Well, there's also Fruit Loops Hot Pockets. I know I've been waiting for it.
Okay, I don't have time for this. I just want an egg.
Well, if you really want an egg, Mrs. Druseville buys local, right?
She does.
She usually picks up by the first ring, maybe second or third if she has friends.
All right. First ring.
She has friends over.
Second ring.
Well, she's popular.
Distant relative. Third ring.
Maybe she's far away from home.
Voicemail.
The Fruit Loops people
She
got
just left.
No, I'm sure. The Fruit Loops people do not get her. They are family friendly and
We gotta
wholehearted.
go. The house is right over there.
They would never kidnap an innocent old lady. They're a company.
Guys, I don't have time for this. I'm nervous. We got the test tomorrow.
We do.
You're right.
What's it on again?
Yeah?
Man, there's this ringing in my ears. What? Natural selection?
Yeah. Natural selection.
Yeah, well, I guess that's kind of...
Wait, guys. That doesn't look too good. Mike, are you okay?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure? You don't look very good.
No, about that natural selection. Kinda applies here
Wait,
almost.
guys. Michael doesn't... Oh my gosh!
What's going on, Mike?
This kid's all flaky.
Ugh. It must have been the Fruit Loops milk.
Oh.
It had to have been. I mean...
Wait, John.
Man,
We smelt it too, John.
my hand's seasoned up.
John, no.
John.
You can beat this.
John, what's going on?
You can
My
survive.
skin's peeling.
No. You can do
John,
this.
hold on.
No.
Call the ambulance.
Do you feel anything?
Oh, I'm okay.
What happened to them?
Maybe.
They've been looped.
No! I feel it inside me. It's coming. I don't want to go.
All they had to do was be normal people and like Fruit Loops. In the end, the loyal customers always get the last laugh. But what can I say? Fruit Loops are a little stale.
Okay, if I ever go visit James, remind me to bring my own breakfast.
Unless you want to eat Fruit Loops 24/7, which I don't think is a good idea.
Yeah, like, Fruit Loops are by all means okay. I'm not thinking, oh boy, can't wait to eat those Fruit Loops.
Like maybe B tier cereal?
Yeah, I'd give it that.
Well,
also, what did you do to that milk? Do I want to know?
I don't even know if that is milk anymore. It's just fruit water.
I don't like fruit water.
Well, it was either fruit water or fruit juice. Take your pick.
I don't like describing milk with either of those.
What about water loops? Did you want that instead?
I don't want any of that.
Okay, we'll just ignore it.
But yeah, no. Amazing acting and a very entertaining scene to boot. Very good job to the four of you.
All right, coming up, we have our next act for the night. We have Jesse Hopp and Kiana Geisen performing an original song written and composed with lyrics and original music. The song is called Era of Broken Records. Let's give them a hand. That was incredible.
Absolutely amazing. Just being able to write, compose, put lyrics, and then perform a completely original song.
Oh, 100%. I think I'm sounding like a broken record when I say that was incredibly well done. Very well done to both of you guys. But anyways, it looks like we have one down and one to go.
Yeah, we are now saying goodbye to Kai because Jessie is going to take over everything and bring us her own original song titled Puppets.
Holding on to bitter into the mirror and you can't remember the last time you smiled. It's walking out your door and forgetting the sun ever came up. It's listening to music to drown out the voices, or realizing your friends aren't the people you met. It's having a childhood memory and wanting to forget. It's never falling in love again. But you keep putting on the same show at the same place, and it might be terrifying, but sometimes you need to walk away. And you need to let go, because right now I know you're hanging on by puppet strings. And you need to fight back, because when you act like that, you're letting the puppeteer force you into doing things you would never usually do. And some people may stand by, but I don't want to. There's so much more that you can bring. Don't be controlled by your puppet strings. It's knowing someone out there wants to know you, even if you haven't met them yet. Because right now you may feel isolated, but if you feel like a performer, if you follow the trapeze as an ad, you keep putting on the same show in the same place. And it might be terrifying, sometimes you need to walk away. And you need to let go, because right now I know you're hanging on by your puppet strings. Oh, and you need to fight back, because when you act like that, you're letting the puppeteer force you into doing things you would never usually do. And some people may stand by, but I don't want to. There's so much more that you can bring. Don't be controlled by your puppet strings. You get lost and fold and turn around. You hit rock bottom, but you're still going down. You feel like you don't own your life, but you still say that you're fine. And you fall through the phases. You forget where your safe place is, and you play a part you never got to choose. But you need to let go, because right now I know you're hanging on by your puppet strings. And you need to fight back, because when you act like that, you're letting the puppeteer force you into doing things you would never usually do. And some people may stand by, but I don't want to. There's so much more that you can bring. Don't be controlled by your puppet strings. Don't be controlled by your puppet strings. Don't be controlled by your puppet strings. Oh, you need to let go.
Amazing job to both of them. Just, like, it cannot be overstated that music production is an amazing art.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, just both of them so talented.
Yeah, with and without each other, those two, that's as a powerful set of students, they've done amazing work.
Yeah, two just amazing songs made with so much meaning.
Yeah, so much passion, so much emotion in like the lyrics and like how everything was composed. I can't get over it. It was amazing.
Amazing job, you two. Okay, moving on to our next act. We will have Rima Issy singing Penelope Featherington by Barlow and Bear from the Bridgerton musical.
Never as thin, never as perfect, never for him, never deserving of the boy I love. Never the star, always an asteroid, don't get hard. Forever the last choice of the one I want. So I keep it all in. It's like I'm invisible in my own skin. Give up on that fictional fairy tale. And you're not Cinderella, you're just Penelope Featherington. Never as prim, never as proper, never a whim, never an offer from a Bridgerton. But Colin, he only sees the honey yellow that covers me. It's just an afterthought, so I keep it all in. It's like I'm invisible in my own skin. Give up on that fictional fairy tale and forever in yellow, you're just Penelope Featherington. He would hold my hand, he'll be more than just a friend. If only someone else would just understand. He'd be like my prince and steal me with a kiss, but that's not real life. Never dressed in white, cause I'm never as thin, never as perfect, never for him, never deserving of the boy I love. Never the star, always an asteroid, delicate heart, forever the last choice of the one I want. So I keep it all in. It's like I'm invisible in my own skin. Give up on that fictional fairy tale, and you're not Cinderella, you're just Penelope Featherington.
What an amazing performance that was, Rima.
Absolutely. Like, everything from like the facial expressions, the choreography. I thought she was Penelope Featherington.
Yeah, and that body language and just the way that you said all of those lyrics. Amazing job.
Yeah, can we get Rima Issy back in the building? Because that was not her. That was Penelope Featherington, 100%.
Okay, something that I should mention is that we had a little bit of a switcheroo in the program. If you've been keeping an eye on that, you might be thinking, wait, wasn't that supposed to be zombies? Well, we swapped around zombies and Penelope Featherington, so that will be coming up in a little bit. Just give us a hot second.
In the meantime, please enjoy our newest performance. We got Michaela Philippi performing a dance number to J.J. Heller's You Can Fly.
Think of a wonderful thought. When you leave the world behind and bid your cares goodbye, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
Unfortunately, we did not have it in the budget to actually make Michaela fly.
We did try though.
Yeah, it was just way too expensive.
That's not like she needed it. She did incredible, even without having to fly.
Yeah, that amazing dancing, you really don't need the suspension.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, now moving on to the act that got swapped around, Zombies. It'll be performed by James Cavallero and is written by Naya They're They.
Hello? Is this the pandemic response team? Okay, good. I have something to tell you, but I don't know exactly how to say it. I know who started the zombie apocalypse. It was me. Wait, I don't think you're allowed to say that to me, but I can explain. My name's Chris Johnson. I work at Decor Labs, and we were developing a skin cream to help cure skin diseases. And I went on my break, I came back, looked on the news, and it said that all of my patients had turned into zombies. Well, I don't know exactly how it happened, but I do have two theories involving a chemical reaction. The first chemical I put in was one that has been known to reduce aging. But I don't actually think that's it, because it wouldn't explain some things, because I put another chemical in that has been known to bring people back from the dead. Yeah, you heard me right. Wait, arrest me? No, you can't arrest me. I'm the only person who can cure this. Listen. It should be as simple as mixing part A and part B, and in theory, I can make a cure. I'm even willing to test it on myself. Okay, you're gonna send some scientists over? Okay, thank you. They're gonna want to work with me on this, but you can't arrest me, understand? Okay, thank you. I'll see him soon. Wait, what's that? Oh no, zombies!
Performance, but if I'm being honest, a little far-fetched. Like, a virus breaking out in our modern society?
No, that couldn't happen.
Yeah, and even if it did, it would only take a month, not a year and a half.
Month maximum. Definitely not a year and a half.
Let us go, please. We want to be back. Okay, now moving on to our next act, which is another original scene written by Alyssa Zoller and Mia Newberg. It is titled Reintegration into Society.
Let's hear it for them.
Welcome to the future, where socializing is okay now. We've grown used to the laggy screens of online conference rooms, but it's time to return to our natural, albeit primitive, ways of living through in-person interaction.
Shockingly, studies have shown that our vicarious means of socializing through smart devices and the like are insufficient for providing the necessary dose of human interaction.
Let us explore outside the four corners of our screens and bravely make first eye contact after these many, many months.
However, this may be an overwhelming transition for many, as this requires us to find a real identity outside of our profile pictures. Thankfully, our team here at Scion, social interaction is okay now, is led by top professionals in the human behavioral field, and we have expertly crafted a safe, educational self-help app to prepare you for the real physical world.
We have provided all the features to help you reintegrate into society.
For starters, our 101 course will go over how to shake hands, make eye contact, start conversations that will not create offense, and help you break old video conference habits from the past, such as understanding that now you are never on mute and people will know if you're scrolling through TikTok in an in-person meeting. Additionally, the thorough online course taught by experts will guide you through office etiquette, such as using the designated lunchroom instead of your cubicle for eating because you don't want to annoy your colleagues. And greeting each of your co-workers.
Additionally, our fully functional AI will assess your professional attire and give you a comprehensive summary of your presentability, along with a score of 1 to trying too hard. For example, the AI says our friend over here is trying way too hard. We guarantee you will learn new things about how to improve your style. For example, sweatpants and pajamas are indeed not office standard. Wow, those Zoom days were really comfortable, weren't they?
The app's goal tracking technology enables users to keep a record of how many people they interact with and who they interact with. And don't worry, we definitely do not track you. And once you've met your socializing goal for the day, our talking AI will offer sincere congratulations.
Congratulations, you have socialized with 3 people today. Remember, your cat does not count.
And what separates us from other wellness apps is that we count human contacts, not calories.
And if these features aren't enough, our premium version of the Scion app will open new educational content, including making reservations at restaurants, online tutoring sessions with one of our professionals to practice mock-up meetings, and other exclusive content on social reintegration.
It is time to cancel your Zoom meetings and pull out your phone to find our educational app on the mobile app store.
Scion! Social interaction is okay now!
The future is our past.
Amazing job, you two. I really could not decide if I was watching a TED Talk or a work instructional video. It was a good mix of the two. Very, very entertaining. Wouldn't you say, Daniel?
No, you're right.
What are you doing, Daniel?
Sorry, I'm looking for the app. They got me sold. I don't think it's on Android, though. I think it's on only iOS.
A little bit unfortunate. Should have branched out a little bit more.
Oh, wait, no, here it is. $99.99 a month for premium? No, that's a steal. And installed. Sorry.
Okay, well, looks like things are drawing to a close here with our final act. It's a little sad that we're going to have to let you go. Speaking of, the next act, Let It Go, will be performed by Rima Issy.
Alongside Rima Issy, we have our backup dancers. We have Michaela Philippi, Olivia Aiello, Olivia Issy, Kiana Geisen, and Alyssa Zoller. Let's give them a warm welcome, you guys.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation
they try. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small. And fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go. And I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me
Oh my goodness. What an amazing final performance that was.
Absolutely, what a phenomenal way to end the night. Let's get another round of applause for Rima and as well as the entire cast for this amazing performance you've had tonight.
Thank you all for coming out here and just spending something that is a little bit more normal than what we've had to deal with for the past year.
It's been interesting, but it's been, I speak for Evan and I both when we say it's been our absolute pleasure and privilege to be hosting you guys tonight. And we hope that you guys enjoyed every ounce of the show almost as much as we did. Just almost.
But before you leave, we have one last thing to show you.
the lucky crowd that gets to listen to some of my last minute words, mostly for our seniors. So, yes. Some of you may not have realized, but we had a unique experience last year, obviously, where some of my seniors didn't get to perform their last show, and we were given permission to have them show up. So I have Tim and Nicholas and Michaela. Come on over, or I'll hand you guys. How do you do this social distancing? So I won't go on and on, but I will say one of the biggest blessings of working at this school is that sometimes I start with students when they're very young, like 5th, 6th, 7th grade, and talking with some of these guys, I'm like, yes, I had you guys as middle schoolers, and then they just stayed. So it's been amazing. These two are some of the most helpful young men I've ever worked with, as you can tell, watching them move stuff on and off the stage. This young lady is one of the most talented dancers I've ever worked with, so it has been amazing, and her leadership has been invaluable to the program. So we're sorry we didn't get to finish the year the way we wanted to last year, but so glad that you came back with us. And then, oh, there we are, social distancing really well. And then we have Evan and Daniel. You know, who can't like the two entertainers here for us? And I have to say, both of them are the most respectful, kind, always asking, always checking, making sure that I'm okay. And I'm like, you guys are great, go for it. So it has been so much fun, and as I reflected on different roles that they've played through the years, one of my favorites with Evan was when he was an eel in The Little Mermaid. And we got to watch his body move around, which was really, really fun. And then I think of Daniel and the many roles. Of course, the last one was, of course, Prince Hans. That was so much fun. So, thank you. Right, and I'll be quick. Okay, so could I have my 4 senior girls, my senior girls this year come forward? Yes. So again, let's see. I look at all of these girls and I had them all in middle school. So I have worked with them for a lot of years, and it's always very hard for me to think that's over and we're gonna go to another stage now. But I'll just say something brief about each of them. Kayana, I had as a 6th grader for the first time, and she was so quiet. I'd be like, what? You know, and I'm just like, come on, Kai. And then, amazing student, but I found out she could dance, and I started watching her dance, and I went, okay, so I actually, need you to be in my performances. And so I kind of hounded her. She didn't say yes right away. Can you believe that? And I finally got her to join, and then once she joined, I think she might have been hooked, and she showed amazing leadership for us in so many ways, besides just, of course, her ability to dance and choreograph. So glad I kept hounding you. There you go. Hang on. And Olivia, I'll never forget when I first had Olivia. She's this bright blue-eyed little dynamo that comes in, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's new to the school. Okay, cool, this is awesome. We got somebody new here. And I cast her right away in a leading role in one of my theater classes. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna kind of need her to move along to the next level of theater. And so we did that pretty quickly because I saw her energy, her talent, her enthusiasm, and I have watched her play so many different roles over the years. It has been just a joy. Thank you, Elizabeth. And then we have Rima here. So I got Rima, yes, thankfully, when she was a middle schooler also, and has played so many different roles over the years. But the thing that I think I'm the most proud of Rima at this point is how much you've matured and grown as a leader. That number in the end, I remember when I first asked Rima if she'd start choreographing some things for me, and it's hard to teach your peers. They don't always listen. And I'd be like, you can do this. I know you can do this because you're better at this than I am. So I mean, that goes without saying. But I just want to say the hours that I watched you put in, the energy, the commitment, the flexibility when I'm like, oh, guess what? Now we need to make a change. And you just did an amazing job with that. And I will miss you so much. And then Alyssa, I was trying to figure out when I first met Alyssa, I think she might have been 7, we determined. And yeah, so, you know, she has gotten bigger, believe me. I remember the first few times I would ask Alyssa to play certain roles, and she'd go, put me where you want me. So I would like you to be a monkey. How do you feel about that? And she was a monkey in Aladdin. And I'd be like, oh, we're doing Get Smart. How about playing Mr. Big? So she did. So she has also played all kinds of roles, which shows her level of talent. And obviously watching that scene that she wrote, you just can't, you know, she and Mia wrote, sorry, Mia, I didn't mean to discount you. You can't help but realize you're really working with someone very special. And it's hard to replace you guys. So, I will miss you. I will miss you all. Thank you.
Okay, so sorry for dragging this along a little bit. Mrs. Sparks, you need to come back.
You don't get to escape that.
You don't get to leave. We have a little tradition. I mean, as you can tell, we do thank quite a few of the people who have been along this process this year, as well as, you know, long term. So the first person we want to thank is Rima, us students. She put a ton of work. Sorry. Into this. And I'm so happy that she's my friend. So I'm the proud of that.
Yes, and we'd also like to show our appreciation to the woman who made all these sets for years, not just these sets, but many, many years back. Vivian Zoller, aka it would be magical. Absolutely magical. From head to hoof. A little unicorn hoof. You envision all of this, and it's so amazing. And as a daughter, thank you for being along me throughout all of high school and theater, and it's just been so amazing to have your support, and just your imagination with all of this has been so splendid. Thank you.
I wanted to take this time to thank Mrs. Sparks, our theater teacher. I've had so much fun doing all of this with everyone. I made so many connections and so many memories that I will cherish forever.
forever. And I wanted to thank you so much for making this show possible, because I know we couldn't have a show last year, and it was really hard for you seniors, and it was really hard for the whole class too, and this year's didn't seem to go as well either. But you really made it happen no matter what, and we just wanted to thank you so much for all the hard work that you put into this group, and to everyone here, thank you so much.
To say that these three lovely ladies have changed all of our lives would be the understatement of the year. You've given us a voice to sing, some feet to do more than walk point A to point B, and an amazing stage that always goes beyond what anybody's expected. This is the heart and soul of theater, not just our theater, but every single theater. And I speak for myself and along with the rest of the seniors when I say that I would have never been the same if it weren't for this opportunity to be with you guys right here. So, thank you guys all so much.
Well, thank you all again for coming, and we hope next year we can have less on our faces and enjoy our time together even more. If you're staying to help drag some things back to school, we'd love it. Thank you again for coming.